Hey everybody, what is happening? Ish de la Ish, and I'm going to bring you a lineup update. I had a few people been messaging me lately, want to know exactly who I was rolling with, and today I actually made a few changes, so I figured it might as well good a time as any to roll this out real quick, and I'll throw a little gameplay on afterwards. I did pick up the John Elway in a pack today. If you watched the that all pro bundle opening, I tested him out just to play in a friend, and then I let a buddy actually who was over here wanted to test him out in head to head, and I let him play, and then I kind of took a couple passes and did not like it. Okay, the running on him is not really enough to make up anything. Acceleration is too slow anyway, so unless you bolt off right when you snap it, unless you roll out there, it's not that great. And acceleration, I mean, the accuracy is a big drop off. I noticed even though the stats don't show it, it just balls were not nearly as nice as damn. So I'm gonna stick with that. Auction block him. I did downgrade to the 91. If you saw that last review, the 94 is a tad better, but really for the price, it's not worth that extra 200K. So we went back here, running the Jonathan Stewart as requested. I'm going to give him a shot here for a while, see how he goes as the number 2, nothing big. The wideouts are all the same that you've seen, Calvin Johnson, Freddie B, and Demarius. I'm thinking about maybe picking up somebody else for Demarius, just for a change, maybe like the Legend Reed or somebody along those lines. Of course, we got the 96 Gronk. Everyone's wondering how good that is versus the Sharp right now. I know that's a big topic, on a lot of the boards and stuff. And you can see I upgraded a line. This was in my last video, but I didn't really point it out. Got that Beatty card. He's just a fantastic left tackle. I should have got him a lot sooner. That one's a very noticeable upgrade. I still roll with Upshaw. There may be a couple better, but that 99 stamina on pulling guard, you can't be overlooked. Webster's been decent. I may go back and upgrade that one possibly. We'll see. It really depends on if he's head to head on guys, but he's not the best pass blocking I noticed. And the other guys, Deerdorf is new, pretty solid. I like the speed all around. Having these tackles, I've noticed a big difference on there. So let's go with that. And then on the defensive side, guys, in some pickups today, I did get the flashback Antonio Cromartie. I thought it was a good price. I got it for 255. And there was enough of them put out there that you can snipe for in that 250 range, and he's been hovering around 280 steady though. So that moves Talib to number 3. He was a good 2. Nothing against him, but I wanted to pick up a little bit of speed because when I have Sherman at 1, he doesn't get targeted very often. So if people are going to push it to the other side, I want someone who can make the picks. And Cromartie is going to be a playmaker that actually still pretty steady against the run, good enough. And as I was talking about before, I wanted to get the Eric Berry. Well, I found that one today for 137 since the new one came out. A few people got a little too eager and they pushed theirs down there really low. It did settle back around 180 last I checked, but so I will start using him, see how he likes. If I don't like it, I can go back to Buchanan, and then it's all profit after there. And the other big guy right here, 605K for Steve Atwater, picked him up today. That's a very debatable. But this was a favorite player of mine. This is an all-time great. He's a stud, just knocking people's heads off. And he's decent enough against the pass. I could turn around and sell it. I could probably, not really lose a ton if I do. But I really wanted to try it out, so we gave it a shot. Khalil Mack, today's a good day to get him, man. He's a stud all around. I mean, one of the great Team of the Week cards you can pick up for cheap. Keekly, and of course we got the Clay Matthews and Suggs out there. And then returning, I've just got Devin Hester. I don't really know. He's okay, nothing special. I mean, he's got good speed, but I have yet to find great returners. Patrick Peterson was probably one of the better ones that I liked, but no longer on the team. All right, so now we'll head into a gameplay. All right, so here we go. This is the first game with a couple of these new guys, and as you can see, I have picked up the practice field. I just wanted something different, but I'm not really going to use somebody else's field, so I still wanted Cardinal logos and what around, and this one at least has it. So there we go with Jonathan Stewart, testing him out, catching some passes. He's pretty good at that. Hasn't let me down, at least on these short little routes for him. And, hitting him early with some of these little swing modified screens because I kind of want to set up some plays later if I notice that he starts following with his user. And right there, guys, please make sure and remind me never to use wide receiver screens because I suck at them. I mean, this is grade 1 stuff, and I can't pull it off. I don't know why I muff those up so bad all the time. But anyhow, I'm going to be forcing a pass in right there. And we're going to come around another play, and we're going to hit, the 96 Gronk on a nice little deep cut route there. get us close to scoring. And I've got Jonathan Stewart, so I want to test him out near the goal line just to see if I can find a hole with the guy. And nice, he slides in, falls to the ground on his face, but he's okay. He's decent so far. Obviously, he's obviously going to be worth the 13K or whatever I got him for, and what he's worth there. And his Jamal's getting stuffed by Kelvin McDaddy right there. So, I'm really hoping this D is going to end up showing up and starting getting a little bit more lockdown. And there we go with Antonio, the new flashback card already coming up and making a pick. For whatever reason, I don't know if it's people noticing Sherman, he doesn't get targeted very much, and it could just be that most people like to throw to the left side in this game. Could be that also, but I needed a bigger playmaker out there on that end. Jimmy Smith was okay. I know a lot of people like him. He got burnt for me quite a bit over the top and stuff. And you guys know this play. We're going to run this out. Gronk's going to get the lead block. Once he seals that one spin, I'm normally in for the touch. And I even had Talib, who's really, pretty good also. And I could have maybe lived with him, but, for 255, I figured that's worth going out there and getting that flashback card. And so far, looking good. And if you guys haven't got that Mac, today was a good day to get that. I mean, look at him. He just dominates on the run. And there we go. Sherm breaking it up. Atwater was closing in there. He probably alligator armed that when it was coming in. I don't blame him. And right there, it was good. I was kind of deciding who he was going to go. And look at Atwater coming up and laying the boom. And he picks up his own fumble. That's exactly what I want, guys. I dropped 600K in that card, and I was really nervous here about that guy not coming up and making plays early because you want to see it right off the bat because he's worth more than anybody on my team. So. It's hard to justify it as a free safety, but, right there he did the work. And right here, look, this guy thought, this is what I'm talking about, setting up a screenplay. I watched his user go over to the side. He read that motion because he's seen that play before. And when I motion guys over, it kind of makes it obvious what I'm doing. So I saw him, and basically he just leaves me wide open. Only downside is I think that Shannon Sharp would have scored on it play and Gronk didn't. But, that's for another day, another review. And look at this, at the end of the half there, Justin Smith just runs right around his tackle. I mean, there was no blitz, nothing. He just came right around. So he's not going to get anywhere, running the ball for the most part. He might get a couple yards here and there, but look at that. The two new guys both collide in there, Atwater and I got Crow coming in and just almost decapitated the guy. And that's another thing is, and I get some heavy runners. I'm really hoping I can get some lockdown out of him. And right there, I blow the coverage. I don't get out wide enough in time, so that one's on me. But, it's okay. We're up 21-0. I'm going to start the way I'm playing now at this point. I've said this before. I'm going to start giving him some underneath things. I'm not worried about it until he gets down the field because it hits like that. Clay, just knocks his ass out. And, he's lucky he didn't fumble there. That's the thing there is I'm normally looking for hit sticks at that point. Now, as he gets closer down the field, I will attempt to tighten the coverage up. But right up in here at 21-0, I'm not worried about it. You see, I got all my guys kind of floating around out there. Not a big deal. Now he's getting on my side, and now I'm going to start looking for it a little bit more underneath. But that's the thing is you're going to run these rollout quarterbacks. You're going to live with the inaccuracies, as you see right there. He's going to have guys that could possibly be hit if he had a better quarterback. But, unfortunately, he wants to roll out, and he's going to have to live with that. And the other thing is he's rolling Vic in here, and he's left-handed, and the guy tends to roll out to the right. It's not really a good combination. He'll figure that out with time. And we coming in, and Atwater jumping on there, and, he breaks that up. There was a collision there, and my guy's going to win the collision. He didn't get the touch, the interception, but you know what? We want to break up, and that's another thing in there was that 6'3", 98 hit power. And McCloy was pretty good, but obviously he's not going to out-jump anybody, but he was really good at jumping routes. So, there is value for that card, especially when he's going for like 100K, but, I had to gamble. Now, watch the free safety out here, guys, top left-hand, and see how he brings him in. He user and bring him into the box, okay? So all I do is I take B and I put him on a streak, and I said, all right, here we go. Let's see if I get one step on you with Dan Marino, and you are toast, buddy. And that's all it took right there. So just something to always remember, to be aware of who he's usering, the other guy's usering, and sometimes you can tell the area he's supposed to be in, and when you see that, just attack it. See if he can make the play or not. Some guys will, but for the most part, if you get a guy who has speed, you're going to be able to burn him, especially down the field. And here we go on this one. We got it, 28-0. Big lead. Right here, I'm kind of messing around with some man coverages. I take my guy here. He's a free runner, so I can just let Khalil run around and see if I can go in there and get myself a nice user pick. There you go. That is mine, son. Khalil Mac Daddy. See if he can go to the house. One more guy to beat. Okay, well, still that's enough. It's enough to end the game, especially. So there you go, guys. Quick update. And there's the first game I played with some of the new guys. We'll go back to normal games and reviewing, and I will see you all later.